What came first, the chicken or the egg? If it was the egg, it would make no sense since the egg is supposed to become something. It's supposed to grow into something. But how could the egg have become something it had no reference to previously? If that were the case, it would grow into different things constantly. But no, it's always a chicken who looks and functions like every other chicken, meaning there's a standard to uphold. Now, that standard is a fully developed chicken. However, where did that chicken come from? Drum rolls, please. It was always there. Why was it always there? Just because. Non-existence isn't a thing. Nothing comes before or after zero. Things start at one, and that one is everything that gave birth to something. Everything doesn't grow. He doesn't expand like our universe. He just is. Our universe had a beginning and most definitely will have an end. It cannot be everything. Therefore, if God is eternal, why then couldn't the same be said about the universe? Because eternal things don't grow or decay. If the egg had come first, how would the baby chick have survived? How would it have taken care of itself? It would have died in a day. The same thing happens with our elements. If they weren't perfectly arranged by someone, how would they have not crumbled under their own weight of ignorance of what they were trying to become and accomplish? And most importantly, become and accomplish what? But everything in existence is random and accidental, right? I don't have enough faith to be an atheist, brother. Not to mention that every cell and every atom is its own universe. It's all designed. It's all made for a specific function, a specific purpose. It's like putting a motor inside of a motor inside of another motor. If you want to believe that life has no purpose, you at least have to face the fact that everything in the universe seems to disagree with you. There's this giant fireball that, coincidentally, makes life possible. Jupiter just randomly prevents asteroids from destroying our planet. And a supernatural fun fact, we are the third planet from the sun. Number 3, wink, and we need these 3 things to survive. Gas, oxygen, liquid, water, and solid, food. However, it's all an accident. Your number 1 problem is that everything I mentioned can be logically explained. We know why and how things are that way, which makes it even more awesome. Can you fathom the genius of this being of our Creator? Simply because we know how the programming works and can replicate it doesn't mean there's no programmer. Is it frustrating that the chicken made us lower than himself? We only worship him. We only have to worship him since we can't do otherwise. Therefore, is he that great? There's nothing to compare to. There's no opposition, and there will never be. Even in our current state, it's just what it's like to be with him or without him. And that's where sin comes in. We only know how good water is because we're thirsty. But is there something better than water? Even if there was, that's not what our bodies were made to be sustained by. It's not what we crave. Just like we didn't get to choose to be born, we also didn't get to choose to be created. But we are, so deal with it. And if it makes you feel any better, not even God himself chose to be who he is either. We just have to be thankful that he is who he is. How fortunate are we that existence himself, first of all, is alive, has a mind, and loves us. There is life after death, whether you accept it or not. Our software is immortal, and our hardware one day will also be. There are the laws of physics, and there are the laws of morality. Just like you can't break one, you can't break the other, although it doesn't feel like it. Which makes me wonder, if God can break the laws of physics, can't he break the laws of morality? No, since physics was invented and morality is just who he is. Just like he can't stop being eternal, he can't stop being moral. We don't need empirical evidence to demonstrate what we all know to be true. We use empirical evidence to deny what is true. But that's okay. Those who seek knowledge to get their way will find it. Those who seek the truth will find God.